You use them every single day. Forks, buttons, toothpaste. But have you ever wondered where they came from? Let's uncover the untold history of everyday things and how some of the most ordinary objects have extraordinary origins. Let's start with the fork. It may seem simple, but forks weren't always popular. In fact, for centuries, Europeans refused to use them. The fork originated in ancient Persia and was brought to Europe in the 11th century by a Byzantine princess. Church leaders once called it effeminate and even blasphemous. It wasn't until the 1600s that forks became common at the table. Next up, toilet paper. Toilet paper wasn't mass-produced until 1857 in New York. Before that, people used leaves, sponges, stones, and even old newspapers. The ancient Chinese were the first known to use paper for hygiene, over 400 years ago. Today, Americans use an average of 141 rolls per person per year. Now let's talk about the toothbrush. The earliest toothbrushes came from China in the 1400s, made from boar hair and bamboo handles. Before that, people used chew sticks, frayed twigs rubbed against the teeth. Nylon bristles and plastic handles weren't invented until 1938, ushering in the modern toothbrush. How about buttons? Buttons have been around for thousands of years, used as decoration as far back as 2000 BCE in the Indus Valley. But they weren't used to fasten clothing until the 13th century in Europe. And that's when buttonholes became a thing, changing fashion forever. The microwave oven was invented by accident. In 1945, engineer Percy Spencer noticed a chocolate bar melted in his pocket while working near radar equipment. He realized microwave energy could cook food, and the first microwave was born. The original models were 6 feet tall and cost over $5,000. Even the alarm clock has an unexpected story. Ancient Greeks used water clocks to wake up, but the modern alarm clock wasn't patented until 1876. Fun fact, the earliest model could only ring at 4 a.m., not exactly customizable. Let's talk about eyeglasses. They were first invented in 13th century Italy, using convex lenses to help monks read manuscripts. At first, they were just handheld glass pieces. It took another 300 years before eyeglasses got temples to sit on the ears. And the zipper? It was originally designed in the late 1800s as a shoe fastener. The term zipper wasn't used until 1923, when it was trademarked by B.F. Goodrich for rubber boots. Now zippers are on billions of items worldwide, from jackets to jeans. Fun facts. The shopping cart was invented in 1937, but shoppers refused to use it until stores hired actors to push them around. Post-it notes were a lab accident. The glue was too weak until someone used it for bookmarks. Tea bags were also an accident, originally just samples packed in silk, used by mistake in hot water. Everyday objects aren't boring. They're built on centuries of trial, error, and innovation. From tools to tech, ancient traditions to lab mistakes, what you use every day has a story you probably never imagined. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to @FavioFunFacts for more strange origins, fun facts, and the history hiding in plain sight.